Welcome, grade 7s. Today we'll explore one of the most important EMS topics, the economy. We'll learn what an economy is, how it works, and why understanding it helps us make smart choices about money, work, and resources. An economy is like a big system that connects everyone people who make things and people who buy them. Producers create goods or provide services, and consumers use or buy them. All of this happens using resources like land, labor, and money. But because resources are limited, we have to make careful choices about how to use them. Key terms you need to know are the following: producers, consumers, resources, needs, and wants. Producers are people or businesses that make goods or provide services for others to use or buy. An example of this would be a farmer who grows vegetables or a bakery that sells bread. Consumers are people who buy or use goods and services to satisfy their needs and wants. For example, you are a consumer when you buy clothes or data from your phone. Resources are things we use to make goods and deliver services, such as land, money, materials, and workers. For example, a bakery uses flour, which uses material, a baker, which is labor, and an oven, which is a capital resource. Needs are the basic things we have to live, like food, water, shelter, and clothes. For example, we need food to stay alive. Wants are the extra things we would like to have but can live without. For example, a new phone, fancy shoes, or sweets. Every economy faces one big problem: scarcity. We have unlimited wants but limited resources. That means we can't have everything we want. When we make a choice, we give up something else. This is called opportunity cost. The best thing we lose when we choose. For example, if you spend your money on airtime instead of saving for a new pair of shoes, the shoes are an opportunity cost. Our economy has three main parts called sectors. The primary sector uses natural resources like farming, mining, and fishing. The secondary sector takes those raw materials and turns them into finished products, like bread made from wheat or bricks made from clay. The tertiary sector provides services like transport, education, and retail. Each sector depends on the others to keep the economy working smoothly. In South Africa, we have both a formal and informal economy. The formal economy includes registered businesses that pay taxes and follow laws, for example, supermarkets and banks. The informal economy includes unregistered small businesses like street vendors or home bakers. The informal sector helps many people earn a living, but it can be risky because there's no legal protection or steady income. Unfortunately, not everyone has an economy has the same opportunities. Inequality means that wealth and chances are not shared fairly. Poverty means people don't have enough to cover their basic needs like food, shelter, and healthcare. In South Africa, these issues are linked to history, education, and unemployment. Reducing poverty and inequality helps create a fairer, stronger economy for all. The poverty trap happens when people remain poor generation after generation. If a family can't afford education, their children may not get the good jobs, and the cycle continues. Breaking this trap requires education, job opportunities, and support from the government and community programs. The government plays a very important role in our economy. It provides a public goods like schools, hospitals, and roads. It also helps reduce inequality through social grants and education. And it regulates the economy by collecting taxes and setting fair rules for businesses. When the government uses money wisely, everyone in the country benefits. We can measure how healthy an economy is by looking at its GDP, or gross domestic product. This is the total value of all goods and services a country produces in a year. When GDP grows, it means the economy is growing. More jobs, more income, and more production. But growth alone is not enough. It needs to reach everyone. Inclusive growth means that the economy grows, all the people benefit, rich and poor. For example, building new factories in a rural area can create jobs where there is need. Fair wages, equal education, and access to opportunities help make growth inclusive. A country grows stronger when everyone shares in its success. Let's recap. The economy is how goods and services are made and shared. Because of scarcity, we must make choices, leading to opportunity cost. The three sectors, primary, secondary, and tertiary, all depend on one another. The formal economy follows laws, while the economy provides flexible income. We also discuss inequality, poverty, and how government and the GDP show how our economy perform. Let's test your knowledge. Pause the video now and answer these 5 questions. Okay, let's check. Scarcity means resources are limited, but wants are unlimited. The three sectors are primary, secondary, and tertiary. An example of an informal business is a street vendor or a home baker. Opportunity cost is the value of what you give up when you're making a choice. The government reduces poverty by providing education, social grants, and job opportunities. Let's look at Maria's story. Her family farms vegetables, that's in the primary sector. Her father works in construction, which is in the secondary sector, and her mother sells snacks, which is in the tertiary sector. The stall is part of an informal economy. The family faces challenges like unstable income and no legal protection. The government can help by providing infrastructure, skills and training, and small business support. Remember, you are the future of South Africa's economy. The way you learn to work and use your money will shape the country's success. When we all use our resources wisely and fairly, everyone benefits. Thank you for learning with me today and good luck with your exam.